Oh, hello everyone. It's so lovely to see you. My name's Emerald and I'm one of Santa's elves. I've taken a sneaky few minutes off from the toy workshop production line to see what you've all been up to, raising money and having some festive fun for Children's Hospice Southwest. Santa tells me you've all been dressing up in Christmas outfits and doing all sorts of things. Walking, running, juggling, doing roly-polies and cartwheels, hula hooping and generally getting into the festive spirit. I can't wait to see the photos of you all. Everyone from Children's Hospice Southwest has asked me to say a special thank you to each and every one of you. Santa has asked me to let you know that you are all definitely on his nice list ready for delivery on Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness, how exciting is that? Now, if you'd like to get yourselves comfortable, I'd love to read you a special Christmas story that has been written just for you. You sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Well, boomed Santa, have the children from Devon been good this year? Well, mostly, answered the little old elf as he bustled across the busy workshop to Santa's desk. Santa peered down at the elf from behind a tall, teetering pile of letters that the children of Devon had written him. Mostly? Asked Santa, looking over the top of his glasses. Yes, but they've all been especially good in the last few days, said the elf. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. We'd better get their presents loaded up then. Even though the sack of presents was really, really big and the elves were really, really small, they seemed to have no trouble loading the sack into Santa's sleigh. How they managed to fit one big sack onto one little sleigh, even they didn't know. But somehow they did. Splendid, boomed Santa. We're ready to go. Not quite, Santa, said the little old elf. One of our reindeers is missing. Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Asked Santa. The youngest one, Santa, said the elf. It's his first flight tonight. I've called him and called him. But just then the young reindeer strolled up, munching on a large carrot. Where have you been, Santa? The youngest reindeer was crunching so loudly that it was no wonder he hadn't heard the old elf calling. Oh, well, never mind, said Santa, giving the reindeer a little wink. He took out his Santa nav and tapped in the postcode for Devon. This will guide us to Devon in no time. Crunch, crunch, crunch. With a flick of the reins and a jerk of the harness, off they went through the night sky. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. We'll soon have these parcels delivered to dear old Devon. Santa's sleigh flew through the night sky, flying high above Tiverton and on past Exeter. The young reindeer was very excited, as he had never been away from the North Pole before. They were just crossing the Dartmoor hills when suddenly they ran into a blizzard. Snowflakes whirled around the sleigh. They couldn't see a thing. The youngest reindeer was getting a bit worried, but Santa didn't seem at all concerned. In 2 kilometres, said the Santa nav in a bossy lady's voice. Keep left at the next star. But madam, Santa blustered, I can't see any stars at all in this snow. Soon they were hopelessly lost. Then, through the howling blizzard, the youngest reindeer heard a faint ringing sound. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. He looked over at the old reindeer with the red nose, but he had his head down. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. There was that sound again, just like church bells. The youngest reindeer turned around to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seemed to be arguing with the little box with the buttons on it. With a flick of the harness and a jerk of the reins, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off towards the sound of the bells, pulling Santa and his sleigh behind him. "Whoa!" cried Santa, pulling his hat back on. And then, to his surprise, he heard a ringing sound. "Well done, young reindeer," he shouted cheerfully. "It must be the bells of Buckfast Abbey. Don't worry, children. Santa's coming." But suddenly, crunch! The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the snow clouds. "You have arrived," said Santa Nav unhelpfully. Finally, when the snow had died down and the clouds parted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Stuck right at the very top of the Christmas tree in Barnstable town centre. Everybody pull! The reindeer pulled with all their might until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleighs scraped clear of the Christmas tree, and Santa steered them safely over the pannier market, above the retail park, and down into Bideford. Luckily, there was no real damage done, but the parcels had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted the presents into order again. "Right," said Santa. "Thanks to the young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming." Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Devon, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could, which was pretty fast for a chubby chap. There were big chimneys in Braunton and small chimneys in Clovelly. He squeezed down thin chimneys in Ilfracombe and plummeted down fat chimneys in Cullompton. The youngest reindeer was amazed at how quickly it went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all, and it looked like the children in Devon were going to be very lucky this year. But the youngest reindeer was starting to feel a bit weary and quite hungry too. In house after house, Santa delved into his sack for parcels of every shape and size. He piled them under the Christmas trees and carefully filled up stockings with surprises. In house after house, the good children of Devon had left out a large mince pie, a small glass of something, and a big crunchy carrot. Santa took a little bite out of each mince pie, a tiny sip of something, wiped his beard, and popped the carrots into his sack. From Combe Martin to Oakhampton, from Sidmouth to Salcombe, from Newton Abbot to Brixham, and all the places in between, Santa and his sleigh visited every house in Devon. Santa delivered presents to Alfie, Ava, Ben, Brooke, Charlie, Chloe. The list went on and on. Zach, Zara, Zibble. Zibble? That must be a spelling mistake, surely. Anyway, finally, Santa had delivered the last present on his long Devon list. "Great moons and stars," sighed Santa. "It's past midnight and my sack seems as heavy as ever. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone." Santa opened his sack to check, but it was full of juicy, crunchy carrots. Santa shared out the carrots between all the reindeer. "Well done, lad," he said, patting the youngest reindeer gently on the nose. But the youngest reindeer didn't hear him. He was too busy munching. Then it was time to set off for home. Santa reset the Santa Nav for the North Pole, and soon they were speeding above Dartmouth Castle, past Topsham Estuary, and over the moorland ponies through the crisp, starry night. "Ho, ho, ho," laughed Santa. "Merry Christmas, Devon." Well, I don't know about you boys and girls, but that's made me feel a bit sleepy. So I'm just off to put my Santa's elf PJs on and snuggle up with a nice hot cup of cocoa. But before I go, I'd just like to wish you and your families a very, very happy and safe Christmas. And hopefully I'll look forward to seeing you all again next year at Santa's on the Run 2021. Merry Christmas, everyone.